SBX
Swissbeatbox Kickback Battle.
Kickback Battle Kickback Beatbox Battles 2021
Let's go.
This is not what you used to. Running away from the beat of the world.
All right. Overplaying, overlapping, but we're here. Once again, SBX Kickback Battle 2021. We're going to go and find out today who won it, because we're in the final live stream right now, live and direct on the Swissbeatbox. How is everybody doing out there? Hope you guys are having a good time. I'm having a good time. Yeah, get that energy up in the morning. Wow. Hope you guys had yourself a fabulous time on the weekend. And I'm excited to go and find out who won. I haven't read the results yet, but I have them in my hand. And we're going to go through and find out together who actually won the battle once again. As well, we're going to find out who won the actual prizes that are going to be announced. So I'm excited to go and find out which one of the fans is going to be going home or receiving from their house a PlayStation 5 and an Oculus. So good luck to everybody. Make sure you're in the chat. If you're not in the chat, you can't win. But aside from that, let's go and get into it and introduce everybody that's in this live stream. Starting off with our judging panel. Once again, we started with the top 8. We are down to 2. We started with the top 8 down to 2. Final battle obviously was Dilo versus Zeka, and I'm very excited to go and find out who won. And once again, let's get into it. All right. First and foremost, we're going to introduce our judges. Starting off with the man down under. You just saw his shout out, put out an amazing shout out. I'm very, very stoked on that shout out, man, and his wild style, man. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the only, the infamous, Mr. Tom Thumb. How you doing, Tom? Well, if he wasn't on mute, I could hear him, but we're going to go and ask him to unmute himself, and then maybe repeat his introduction.
Is that better?
That is better.
Is it coming through? There you go. There you go. Arguably muted, I'm more interesting, so that's a good way to kick it off.
Well, that's what it is. We always start with the thumb, and that's Mr. Tom Thumb himself, everybody. Come on. Next up, another judge. Your Vice World Champion, Grand Beatbox Battle Champion, someone who barely needs an introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyways because that's my job. Ladies and gentlemen from the United States, give it up for Napalm.
Whoa, what's happening, everybody? Super excited to be part of this live stream. Let's get it 110%.
Yeah. Napalm's ready. I'm excited. And last but not least, from France, he just did some show. I was very excited for him to be able to go down and be able to perform and actually perform at a real show. But ladies and gentlemen, your champion of the world, give it up for Alex Zeno.
Wait. Yo. What's up, my dog?
My dog. Again, these were your judges throughout the entire battle process, and they had the hard job making the tough decisions the entire time. I'm not envious in any single way to go and having to make these decisions, and I know that they've had split decisions throughout it, and they've had a hard time judging because the level was so high throughout this entire battle. So thank you guys for your work, but I'm excited to go and find out who you voted for. And again, it's on this paper. It's on this paper that I'm holding in my hand. I haven't turned over to see who won. We're going to find that out together right here on this live stream. Next up, we're going to go and introduce our team. Everybody knows him. It is my friend, your friend, friends from around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for SBX's own Peponi.
What's up, yo? Again, thanks for having me. Amazing introductions that you're throwing out here, Scott. Everybody that's watching right now, welcome to the this final stream. I hope you had a great weekend, and I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here with us.
Yes, sir. Paponi right there, live and direct. And now the gentleman who you can hear the song that is being played, created the song, also dealt with all the mixing and mastering, the main man behind the boards. Give it up for SBX's own Stick Tom, a.k.a. Sinjo. How you doing, Sinjo?
It's really good at audio.
You also, you pulled the Stick Tom. He pulled the Stick Tom. He doesn't have his audio going on either. The head of audio. What's going on here?
I ruined that. It was such a great joke. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me. Sorry about that. Forgot to unmute the audio. But yeah, and we've got the real Tom here. What a privilege.
We might have to have a conversation.
Where's the other Tom?
Yeah, we might have to have
sorry,
a conversation.
mate. I'm right here, mate. Don't worry about it. I'll stick around for the rest of the stream. Don't you worry, mate. Don't you worry. Yeah, I'm back.
I definitely don't sound like that, you dickhead.
Apparently, according to the live stream, you do, mate. So, sorry. The internet never lies.
Stick Tom for Prime Minister. I'm going to push that in. But ladies and gentlemen, those are our players right here. Once again, live and direct. SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Very excited to go and find out. We have our judges. We have our friends from SBX right here. And now, real quick, before we get into it, we also have the two last men standing. Representing for Spain, champion multiple times. Ladies and gentlemen, killed every single round. Give it up for Zeka.
Good to
How
see
you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, bro. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. Wow. Getting ready for it.
Perfect,
I'm excited to go and
yeah.
find out who won. But, Zeka, your opponent, the other gentleman who lasted the entire way down to just the top two, representing Grand Beatbox Battle Champion from the UK. Give it up for D-Lo. How you doing, brother?
Just had to unmute. Hey, man. Yeah, doing good. How's things going on everybody? Well, your end. How's it going for you?
If you're asking me, I'm doing fantastic. I'm feeling spicy, feeling ready.
That's good to hear.
Getting
And
into
I
it.
hope the crowd, the virtual crowd, the comment section, I hope everybody's doing good.
I think they are. I'm seeing that a lot of people have already logged on. They're all ready to go and see who won this battle. So let's get into it. Once again, just if anybody hasn't watched any of these live streams, what's going to happen here is we're going to go through, we're going to give the opportunity for the judges to explain their decision. We're going to go and find out who won. And we're also going to give an opportunity for competitors, the last two left, to go and give a question back and forth and have a discussion with said judges, as well as in the opportunity for anybody in the live stream who has a question, put them down, write them in, and we'll try to find out the best questions and be able to go and ask your favorite beatboxers the question right there. But judging criteria, if you've been watching the entire time, you understand the judging criteria, but I'm going to read it to you one more time just so we're very, very understanding and direct about it. There was many points given in a bunch of different categories, and I'm just going to list them off real quick. So the judges had to go and score this battle on these exact ones. We had fundamentals, timing and tempo, technicality, musicality, structure, showmanship, originality, battle style, repetition, and bonus points if they didn't have any category to go and put points into, which they would like to. So that's the way it was judged on. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time that we go and find out who won this battle. But before we do that, we're also going to go and watch it live together and watch the entirety of the battle. But before we do that, one more thing I want to do is shout out to everybody who put a wild card in. Thank you guys for going and putting those wild card in. It was, I think, like 250 plus wild cards. And the top 8 came down to the two gentlemen that were left in the finals here. But we also had B-Art. We had Dudes. We had Villain. We had Elise. We had Rhythmind. And we had Dillab. These guys made it into the top 8, which made for crazy battles throughout the entire time. All of them are on YouTube, high quality videos. You can watch back if you have any question about any of the rounds. Watch back these videos because the battles were amazing back and forth. Big ups to all the sponsors too for going and putting the gear forward. And real quick, I wanted to go and ask Sinjo one more time if he could go and just run down the sponsor list and the people that actually gave the equipment to go and make this happen. Could you go and run that down for me, brother?
Sorry, mate. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so we had DPA microphones, Roland giving us the Roland and Boss giving us the interface and the headphones. And then we also had a couple other sponsors, Richings Media and Volico, who helped us out. If I've missed any, I'm sure Papuni can fill me in on the others there. I think that was all of them. But yeah, big shout out to them for helping us out. This was wouldn't have been possible without their help. So really, it was amazing to have this amazing quality equipment for the battle.
Absolutely. And I found that one thing that I loved about this battle was that online battles that we've been seeing, there's such a difference in sound quality, but having the availability of having an equal playing field throughout and having you being able to go and mix and master everything just made the battle that much of a huge thing. And I love the way that this battle went, and I think people did at home as well. So once again, big ups to all our sponsors and everybody that got the opportunity to go and use their products. Paponi has a quick thing I think he wants to go and say, so we're going to jump to Paponi real quick.
Just one minute. I want to say thank you very much as well to everybody that did a wild card, to all the participants that went through with us in this process. I want to thank all the judges. I want to thank all the fans that were watching. I love those live streams. I hope we can do many more in the future, and that this is definitely not the last kickback that we're planning. I just also really want to point out, thank you everybody who, when you were watching the live streams, for becoming a member. This really means a lot to me, and we have big plans for you guys. We really want to develop something to, deliver you more. So we appreciate your support for the community. And if you haven't became a member yet, you can always, while you're watching the stream, make a decision and become part of that family. All right. Then back to you, Scott, and let's watch the battles.
All right. And I'm not sure what the number is today, but maybe if we get to a certain number, maybe Pony will drop some beats for us. Always exciting. But once again, the other thing I want to go and mention is I'm super excited to go and find out who won the battle, and I'm super excited to go and find out who won the SBX Kickback giveaway, because someone's going home with some great prizes. So we'll find that out at the end when I hand it back over to Paponi. But enough is enough. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. 2021, we're into the finals. We have Zeka versus Dilo, and let's go and watch these battles. So Ilya, Mr. Heidfeld, if you'd be so kind, put those videos up and let's watch together.
Welcome to the finals of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Today, we have Dilo versus Zeka. First up is Dilo with 2 minutes on the clock. I say the 3 and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, beatbox.
Boom, 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 boom. Please don't take this personal. Boom, 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 boom. All this hate is getting old. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody show respect. Boom, 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 boom. It's a little funky when I start the set. It's a little funky when I bite my zip. Bite my lip. It's a little techno dropout. Bite my lip.
Time. Round 2. Zeka. Switch.
Facing life for way too long. We don't know if we're alive. All those lies we just told. Sell the gold and waste your time. Gotcha. It's called Style Haters. Respect, bro.
Time. Round 3. D-Lo. Switch.
The respect goes both ways, man.
Wow, this is a circle of death. Circle of death.
Time. Round 4. Zeka. Switch.
Cool one, but switch. Relating. Relating. I don't trust nobody cause they can't be fake. Running ain't an option cause me soaking tension. I'm tired of being crumble, bitch, you feel no way. Is the pure bread of shit. My pull up studio shit, yeah. I don't trust nobody cause I'm hip. Break it down. I don't trust no. Hey, yo, great shot. Let me taste your fin. Now it's time for the megalodon. Yeah. Running away from the kickback battle.
Time.
Jeez. What a crazy final right there. D-Lo, Zeka, SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Such a crazy, crazy final, guys. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. But there can only be one winner. So we're going to go and find out together who that winner is. What I need to do is have the judges be able to go and actually, let me see here. I'm going to put you guys in the view that I can see everybody together so you can guys actually vote. Here we go.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a second. We're not even in the fucking stream.
I'm hearing, wait a second, and I'm not sure what that was, but we're going to go right now to go and find out who the winner is. We just watched the finals together. We have 3 judges, so I'm watching it right here live and direct, making sure that we're good to go. Okay, judges. We're going to be going and giving D-Lo is a 1. Zeka is a 2. So,
why is nobody telling him?
I'm not sure why no one's telling you, my friend. But you could also put yourself.
Oh, there we go. I'm back.
On mute. You ruined it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 judges. We're going to go and find out who won right now together. Now that we have it muted and making sure that we're going to get this going on, we have 1 for D-Lo, 2 for Zeka. Judges, can I get a thumbs up before we start? I need to make sure that all the judges can hear me and pay attention. I got a thumbs up from Alexinho, Tom Thumb, and Napalm. So I say the 3, y'all say the 2 and the 1. And by that, I mean I say the 2 and the 1 because you guys aren't here right with me. We're going to go and find out who won. So 1 for D-Lo, 2 for Zeka. The winner of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021 is in judges. 3, 2, 1. Judges. A split decision. It goes to D-Lo.
Bro. Oh my days. Oh my goodness. Am I heard right now?
You're heard right now. Congratulations, brother.
I was like, I seen Alex. I was like, oh, come on, let's get another 1. And then I look down at Tom and I see a 2. I'm like, oh no. Nape, what have you done? And oh God, man, that feels amazing, guys. Thank you so much to the beatbox world. Zeka, bro. Insane.
You got it,
final.
man.
Oh my days, bro. That was insane. Big love to everybody. I'm ecstatic. I'm so happy. I'm beyond pleased, man. That's crazy. Everybody, what a journey. Everyone, have your talk, man. That's enough from me. Thank you so much, everyone.
There it is. Your champion, D-Lo, representing the UK, wins the Grand Beatbox Battle, and then goes and wins the SBX Kickback Battle. Ladies and gentlemen, D-Lo, give it up. And once again, vice champion, hard fought the entire time. This man has been killing it. Killing it. Give it up for Zeka.
Yeah, this was amazing. Thank you all for supporting and just watching. It was incredible to share this final with my bro. I knew he was a really, really, really tough opponent. But yeah, I'm happy with the battle, and yeah, I'm cool. Thank you all.
Ladies
Thank
and
you,
gentlemen.
Pep. Thank you all the SBX team, and let's hope for more kickback battles. Much love.
100%. 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see how many people are watching. There's a lot of people watching with us right now, and I'm seeing the comment section going off. So here we go. Let's get it going. We're going to go and ask our judges to go and explain the scores. We're going to have a breakdown because it's right here. You can see the scorecard being put up, and it's we're going to go and see because it was a split decision, very close split decision. We had 2 judges voting for D-Lo, 1 for Zeka. So we're going to get an explanation on it, and you can see the scorecards being put up. For Napalm, there is 1 point of differential. For D-Lo, he voted 1 point higher, and we're going to go and put those up. I don't know if you can put the scorecards on the screen there, but we're going to go to our judges to go and break down actually why they made their decision. So first and foremost, we're going to start off with Mr. Tom Thumb because he voted for Zeka with a scoring of 178 for D-Lo and 184 for Zeka. So Tom, tell us your thought on the battle and why you voted the way you did. Give you a second to go and get your audio back up. But Tom, once again, the judge who voted for Zeka and 178 for D-Lo, 184 for Zeka. Can you go and give us an explanation of your decision?
Yeah, totally, man. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes, sir.
Nice. So I thought that it was like mental. Firstly, I felt like the skill level in both battles was quite even, just across the board. And one of the things that I really liked about this round is that they were quite different, especially in D-Lo stuff was quite different to the other rounds. Like it was really refreshing to see new stuff each time. What have I got here? I've made so many notes so I can actually go back and look. The thing with Zeka's rounds is that you could really feel like the power through his rounds consistently. Like that lip bass thing was fucking mental through my monitors. What have we got? And just cleanliness was just killer. The musical ideas I felt like were equal. I felt like everyone really leveled up, especially with like the structure and things like that. What else have I got? Oh, the arpeggiated sound that Zeka was doing in his first round. It was really consistent. I listened to that. I was like, wow, this like there's only very small instances where the pitch wavered, like out of the correct pitching. I thought that was super dope. There was like a metric modulation in Zeka's second round that it was cool. Like it went into a 3/4 feel. That fucking D-Lo snare. Oh my God, dude. That is so in that second round. That is so heavy. Yeah, man, it was all around just an insane battle. I felt overall for me, Zeka had a clearer tone, with whether that came down to mic technique or not. And also, yeah, I just thought that everyone really leveled up. It was super sick.
100% agree with you. Sorry, my thing cut out there for a second. But Tom Thumb with his explanation of why he judged the way he did, and good notes. Taking very detailed notes. I'll talk to you a little bit after when we talk to the other 2 judges, because I want to go and get your overall feel for how it was to judge this battle. It must have been crazy, so I'm gonna go and get back to you guys in a second. But we're gonna head to Napalm. So Neil, you scored it with 1 point of differential. You got 164 for D-Lo and 163 for Zeka. So it was such a close battle. Obviously, that's definitely shown in your scorecard. So could you go and give a description of why you made that 1 point differential and why you gave the win to D-Lo?
Shit. Excuse my language. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was super tough. I had the pleasure or the luckiness. I was able to listen to this on a huge sound system, like on a stage, basically. So I listened to it on headphones first, but then I listened to it on actual like huge subs, huge speakers, and I watched the battle on my phone like it was an actual battle. And I think obviously like the way that you use the mic is different on stage, but having that like different kind of setup on the side there, like I was really able to hear everything, every little detail. So like whenever for me, I kind of think a little bit of the opposite of Tom there, like how I heard it on that sound system was like tonality wise, that 1 point difference was honestly, it came down to, I think, like fundamental sound quality, like especially in terms of like bass notes and stuff like that. I think you definitely hit your like vocal notes better, Zeka, like with your singing voice, but in terms of all the bass frequencies and like how specific like some of those lip basses are that D-Lo's doing, like the bite my lip bass, it's so specific and so on point, and I can really hear those differences like on huge subs and huge sound system. When it comes down to like some specific points, like for D-Lo, I knocked out like on his first round some points for timing. For structure on your first round, didn't do as good. Like there's some things where like it was similar to my other battles from the semifinals where it's like 1 point differences in each category, you know. So like in some things, Zeka, you were better in like structure in the first round and timing in the first round, but then yeah, it all comes down to these 1 point differences. But I think for me, like personally, separate from the scorecards, what really made me want to choose D-Lo over Zeka was just straight up sound quality, especially in those bass notes, and because it sounds so clean and so good on actual sound. So that's where I was coming from. But like I said before we started the stream, you guys both freaking killed it. You should be happy with your performances because it's so like I'm walking away from judging this like doing your guys' routines afterwards. Like it's in my head. It's like a good song, you know. It's like it's sick. So yeah, hell yeah.
Napalm having to make the tough decision, but getting the opportunity to go and listen to it on a live soundstage because he was creating, I believe, with the Beatbox House and some dancers when he was down there. You could see it on his Instagram, but appreciate it. 1 point of differential, making it super close. But last but not least, we go to Alexinho, my dogs. You scored this. D-Lo 171 and Zeka 165. So we're gonna get your explanation right now and tell us why you voted the way you did.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you guys for offering this crazy battle. It really sounded like and looked like a real final against two titans. And yeah, I guess no one is disappointed about what you offered, and even in the finals you were able to add something more and to refresh your beatbox and offer something new. Even in the final, it's always hard in the final round to offer something new, and so thank you for that. So yeah, why I chose D-Lo, I think the most the biggest point is that he surprised me a little bit more. He showed a little bit more versatility than Zeka's in the whole battle. Like he surprised me both rounds, the whole rounds, and it was crazy to see that even the second round was only an answer of Zeka's beatbox, Zeka's rounds, and it was crazy to create that and fill all the criterias with that. It's really top class beatboxing to be able to do this. And yeah, Zeka surprised me a lot too, of course, but I missed that little flame that D-Lo gave me the whole battle. And yeah, I expected, like, for the very last round of Zeka, I expected something crazy, the craziest thing he can offer to finish the battle and show that he can counter and he can do something against this battle beast. And yeah, it was very impressive from both, and I was a little bit more impressed by Dilo choices, Dilo versatility, and yeah. Thank you guys for this show. It was crazy to judge that again, as every other rounds, every other battles. So yeah, thank you for this final, and big up to everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alexinho again. While I have you on too, I wanted to go and start with you. I'm going to go the opposite order, but excuse me. How was it for you to go and judge this battle overall? Not just the finals, but what was your overall experience as a judge, being able to go and have such a high quality sound come to you and listen to the way it was structured out, the SBX Kickback Battle? So your overall feeling for how this was for you as a judge.
It was crazy. It's a big work, actually, because we have to listen a lot of times to the different rounds, and to be focused on every criterias, and to choose the right points, and to place the right points on the right criterias, and to still the same with my English. But it was super interesting to leave the wild card and elimination rounds online with battles and with crazy sound, because you can enter on even more details and even more things to focus on. And it was tough sometimes, but it was super interesting as a judge, as we all judged a lot of battles, and this time was particular, because we had to focus even more and take even more time to be right on our choices. And it was super good, and it was a very good exercise as a judge. Yep.
And following up with that as well, what was your thoughts on having the judging criteria for yourself and having something exactly to go off as your reference point of what you have to look for in judging? So having that actual judging criteria given to you, how was it for you as a judge? Once again, just your thoughts.
It helps a lot. In real battles, we try to keep in mind the criterias, and to place some points, but only in the head, because we don't have enough time to write and to take notes and to rewatch and to so it helped a lot in to make the right decision, I think. So, and it's a new thing. I think we can develop it even more, but it's very interesting, even more in this format, in this online format, when we can watch it again, watch it in different monitors, on headphones, on phone only sometimes. And it helps a lot, but only in this situation, I think.
Well, hopefully we'll have you back to go and judge more battles, and I look forward to hearing more, because also your judge showcase was super crazy, man. So
thank you,
people,
Bert.
if you haven't watched it yet as well, we have judge showcases from all the judges. Go and check them out. And let's go back to Napalm there. So Napalm, I wanted to go and ask you also one more time, your overall experience as a judge with the system in place for you to go and make these decisions and criteria, and how was it for you on your end to judge the SBX Kickback Battle overall?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd say the experience itself definitely fluctuated. Like towards in the elimination or seeding round, it was a little bit more practical to use scorecards because we're used to that, you know, doing like wild cards and stuff like that, just kind of scoring videos. But when it came to the battles, it's definitely a different mindset to be able to watch a battle. Like Alex said, you know, we judged countless battles. I've judged like different countries and stuff, and like it's a whole different experience being able to watch a battle over and over again and like put it to scores. It's just, I don't necessarily like it more, I don't like it less. It's just a different experience, and it's a learning experience for everybody, you know, because like I was saying in the other streams, like I don't want people to think that like you've got a beatbox to fit these scores, but in this scenario, like the scores are what makes you win, you know, so it's kind of complicated. But I do I did have a great time doing this, and I do feel like, you know, hard decisions are hard decisions. I definitely feel a weight on my shoulders as a judge sometimes, having to pick one person or the other, because I love both as artists. But, you know, at the end of the day, somebody has to lose, which sucks because we're all winners. But I think this like whole, you know, judging system, being able to watch it back, it's really good, and it's really promising. I don't feel like any of these battles were like, you know, as crazy as the chat goes, as their biggest fans, like I don't think that any of these battles were rigged in any way or swayed by like a certain, you know, judge category. I think that it was all very done in good faith and good heart, and we're all just trying to do the best that we could do to make the best beatbox battles possible. So, had a good time.
Let's go. Napalm making tough decisions throughout, and once again, he put out a showcase super crazy for him. Make sure you guys go check that out. But he also made those tough decisions, and yeah, stands by them, which he should. And last but not least, we go to Stick Tom. I wanted to go and ask Stick Tom a question before we get to Tom Thumb, if he's in the chat. Oh, he's not paying attention. I guess Stick Tom's off doing stuff, stick things. But Stick Tom, I wanted to go and ask you, how was it you in the 2D world? Just real quick, I wanted to go and ask you, how was it for you as a judge, Stick Tom? Just go in there for a quick second.
Oh yeah, pretty flat, mate. You know, pretty down these days. Not much 3D action going on over here.
Yeah.
What did you want to know, mate? What can I help you with?
Oh no, I was just wondering overall, like how it was for you, how do you listen to stuff? How hard was it for you to go and get the audio through that paper? Like how's that for you?
I got these pretty special modular earphones. It might look 3D in here, but they're actually 2D, and they just plug straight in. It's good.
Well, big shout out to that sponsor. I'm not sure where you got those, but that's a sick cutout, man.
No worries, mate.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Stick Tom for Prime Minister. You heard it here. We're going to go to the real Tom Thumb, though. Tom, could you go and give a little breakdown of how it was for you overall as a judge, and having this judging criteria that you had to adhere to and use as your parameters, and also just your overall experience of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021?
Totally, man. I think like what the other guys have said, it is a very different experience. For example, there's a lot of battles, had I not had the chance to listen to it analytically, I probably would have voted the opposite way, you know what I mean? Like just in terms of the energy and stuff like that. But when you have to sit there and you can watch things over and over again and really like analytically pull apart someone's timing or pitch or like elements of musicality, you're sort of removing the off the cuff kind of nature of it, and having to be that guy that listens to music and assigns points to certain things. So it is a very different system, not necessarily like any worse or better, but for me it was good because it really helped me justify my decisions, you know, watching these things over a couple of times and really you know, making yourself accountable for your decisions. Like you're not getting swept up in the hype or anything else. It's like, look at this, assign points to these criteria, and that kind of like what Nape was saying, like that's what makes you win. So it was very different, but it was kind of quite helpful. And it also removed like the personal element of it a little bit more. You're just like going in there as a person that has judged a lot of battles, you know what to look for, and you know how to assign those points. So it was kind of good to have that removed. It was just like doing a job, ticking boxes, and making sure that we were, you know, held accountable not only by the listeners but by ourselves as well when we're looking back at these sheets and kind of making sure that we are doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was still stuck on Stick Tom. Any
Really?
yeah, no. I was thinking what you were saying, but
I thought he had the mask.
Well, on that note, no, I'm just gonna go put there again. Tom, you made tough decisions throughout. I wanted to go and ask you before we go and talk to our competitors, our winners, and talk to everybody over there, as well as Paponi and Sinjo. I wanted to go and ask real quick, is there any round? Obviously, there's a bunch of them, but what round throughout the entirety of this battle is there a round that you can say really stuck out to you that was like kind of a, you know, TSN turning point for those that watch sports? But was there a point that you could watch and you could be like, there's a round that really stuck out to you, not only in this battle but just the overall competition? Is there something that's still stuck in your head where you're like, that was a game changer, that was a, you know?
Yeah, I think I really enjoyed Zeka's first round. It was like, it felt like very perfectly composed, you know what I mean? It was probably the round in the competition that I found hardest to find faults in. Like, and like I was saying before, it is so strange, like having to find minuscule problems with timing and like categories that I wouldn't usually deduct points for. So it was, yeah, I think that first round was like beautiful. I also really enjoyed D'Lo's last round as well, like in the rounds before these ones. Like, man, it was just all like mind-blowing. It's really cool to see like how people one thing that I did notice in this competition a lot is that people are thinking compositionally, like with their rounds, especially with their structures. I feel like that is something that's really leveled up, like a lot of the dynamics in the way that people put their rounds together. Yeah, all those crazy metric modulations in D'Lo's, timing modulations in the last rounds was crazy. So I think they're probably like my two standout rounds, I'd say, out of the whole competition. And Dudes' stuff was sick as well. He was really dope.
100%. There's so many different points where you watch back, and I've been watching the battles back that are up and like seeing, it's just so many crazy rounds. I'm super impressed by the SBX Kickback giveaway battle. The battle in general. Sorry, and I'm allowed one. Everybody, wow. I'm sorry, but yeah. And real quick, Tom, before we jump off, any messages to Stick Tom? Any messages to Stick Tom at all? Just wondering. You guys have an inner dialogue that's going on there? What's going on?
No, nothing that I can think of. That face is just so stupid. I'm so glad they used it. I'm so glad it's immortalized on the internet forever now.
Yeah, mate. Well, I got a stupid face, don't I?
You're using that stick as a tongue suppressor there, mate? Jesus.
What are you talking about? This is what I sound like.
You sound like a COVID test.
Hey, mate, don't be calling me a COVID test. You're a bloody COVID test, mate. Jesus.
Bugger off, you flop wallet.
All right.
All right. Well, so I just sorry. This is
he sounds like a COVID test. He said.
All fun and games. Just making sure that there was Stick Tom and Tom. There's a future there. You know, I feel there's a show. You guys take that on the road.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Anyways, let's go and get back to some serious stuff here. I wanted to go and talk to Zeka. We're gonna go and switch over to the competitors, and I'm gonna give you guys opportunity. Zeka, overall feel of this battle. How was it for you? And congratulations, out of 250 plus people from wildcards through the rounds, you made it all the way, and you're the second place finisher here, man. Congratulations. And could you just give me your overall thoughts on the battle? And if you have any questions for judges, ask them away.
Okay, overall, I Yeah, I freaking love this. But I gotta say, I as I said before the live stream, I thought it would be way more. I mean, way less stressful to record this, but as having so much time to record, and yeah, having the opportunity to repeat and repeat, you really, I feel we feel the same, that we all had to do that perfect take. That, and it was even worse than the real competitions. For me, it was a really hard task to make my routines as I wanted. I could say I spent between 8-10 hours for every round easily, unless the final, because I didn't give a fuck too much in the finals. I was just trying to do what I liked, and yeah, it was kind of a break, a rest for me. But yeah, I love this format. I think it loses a bit from the live battles, but it allows us to push more and show more and prepare even more. And yeah, and present like the perfect thing you're actually thinking of to the people. So yeah, and I got one question for the judges. How was judge this battle in terms of battling and counters? I'm curious.
Okay, let's go and run it down. We'll start off with Napalm because he just turned on his
What
microphone.
did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
I believe the question was, how was this battle for you judging the counters and battle category? Is that what you said, Zeka?
Counters. Yeah, yeah, I mean, in general, I think counters, they worked pretty well, like, because there's the one battle style category, so that's pretty much where, like, if you do a counter and it's really clean and it's good, like, that's where I put the points. But it's a little bit different because, you know, it's not, like you just said, it's not that same energy where you're on stage and, like, you can literally take the energy fast.
Yeah.
It's more like you can think out how to structure out your round in a counter-like way. So that's where, like, I feel like D-Lo's second round in the final was, like, almost like next level in terms of countering, because you can't do that live. You could not do that in a live battle. You have to, like, watch it, analyze it, think about how to mix your own style with it. And that's something that you can only do in a battle like this. And, like, the stuff where you just kind of answer the beat, like, you can do that in a live battle. So it's like, I don't know, you could take it a step farther. I don't know. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, totally get it.
Well, we're gonna keep that question going. Alex, how was it for you on this battle specifically to have what was your points given for the battle showmanship, I guess you would be, and the counters that were in this battle between the two finalists?
Yeah, I agree with Neil. It works pretty well, and even more when you have one full day to think about what you can do to counter. Like Dilo's second round is the best example. Like his all round was kind of countering, but he filled all the criteria structurally. It was very good musically, it was very good technically, etc., and yeah, of course it's different when it's not live, because we don't have the energy, we don't take it in front of like all on your face. It's but yeah, counters worked, of course, and I feel like we should give more points for this criteria. Actually, it was 10 points, and I think as we did for originality, we should give more, like 20, or maybe even more. I don't know, but I think it's super important. And yeah, of course we took it seriously. Yep.
All right, and Tom, same question, posing it to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I thought that that was probably one of the more contentious categories for me. I felt whilst being super important, I think it's such a weird thing because battling is often just such a live thing, and like what Neil was saying with the live counters, and like a lot of it is about that energy, and I know that recording by yourself and trying to deliver that same intensity and same energy could potentially feel a little bit contrived when you're like delivering it to a camera. But I thought it was also really nice in the way that there was quite a positive exchange between people, and like especially like in D-Lo and B-Art's last rounds, like the whole hat thing, like that was super creative. Like what Neil was saying, like you do have time to think about that, and it is like a lot of points there if you like forget about those two categories, like showmanship and battle style. Like you can really let yourself down, like with scoring there. You could like technically do a perfect round, but if you're not like delivering with conviction and actually like paying attention to those two parts, that's where a lot of people for me really came unstuck.
Well said. Well said. We're gonna go and ask real quick, going to Zeka. Do you have any other questions for the judges or anything else you want to go and questions for Sinjo, Paponi, anything at all?
I think no. I actually prefer to not get deeper on this. It is what it is. It's cool. That was my question.
Fair enough. Well, once again, congratulations, man. Out of that many people, you brought high levels of throughout the entire battle. You showed high levels of skill, and honestly, I can't wait to see more stuff from you, man. I cannot wait to see more stuff from you. You've crushed it.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Now we're going to go and walk over right here and look over to the screen. We're going to go and ask Mr. D-Lo, champion right here, man who came in first place. Overall thoughts of the battles, and do you have any questions for our judging panel?
Yeah, can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Wicked. Oh my days, man. Like processing that whole event. I have to tell you to the world how surreal it feels for a battle to be 2.5 months long. That's the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in battle career history, is a battle being 2.5 months long. That is mad. Honestly, it's so insane. Like I was chopping and changing things all the way. I mean, I've got a ton of things I wrote down that I want to chat about. I'm free. As long as Swissbeatbox is free to stream, I'd love to be able to talk about things. And I'm so happy that everybody that's been a part of this process is here in the live stream with me. Like, you guys, so crazy. Wish we had the other battlers, but the judges, like, I got so many questions, and like, I'll keep things nice and neat. Like, there's only one main question that I've asked the whole way. It's probably really fast to ask. I just want to know which round out of those 2 rounds was a higher scorer, and I'm going to predict that the first one was, but I want to see what you actually scored higher, the first or the second.
I'll give the judges a second to go and get their scorecards ready, but we're going to go and start off with again, opposite order. We're going to start off with Tom there. Do you have your scorecard loaded up that you could tell D-Lo which one of his rounds scored higher in between the first and the second?
Yeah. So for me, let me have a look. Yeah, the second one was scored higher for me. But only because the first one, there was quite a few points deducted for, not quite a few, like a point or two for the overtime, for going over the overtime. And there was just a few little instances of timing stuff. At around 1 minute 30, there was like a snare that was out. But yeah, man, like that's about it. That I've written. The throat kick was a little hard to hear, but then I thought that was probably more to do with the actual microphone than, the technique. But yeah, for me, the second round was actually higher scoring.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go and walk over. Alex, do you have the scorecard loaded up that you could tell D-Lo which one of his 2 rounds you scored higher in this final?
Yep. Same for me. The second round was better scored than your first. For me, more in terms of showmanship and battle style. Oh, I did. Oh, sorry. Oops. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. In your second round, you were more in a beast mode in a battle mode, and I think that's how you earn more points at this time. Yeah, when I see the other criterias, yeah, it's pretty similar, but you earn more points at showmanship and battle styles on the second round. For me.
Yeah, can I just jump in there as well? Sorry, dudes. The mic, the changing up of the mic was really dope. Like all the different like angles, and I thought that was like a touch that that might have not been thought about, and it was really actually really dope to see. Like it felt like stage one, like it felt like it was fully like moving around. So that was really fresh as well.
Cheers, man.
And Napalm, you got the scorecards lined up that you can go and tell D'Lo which one of his rounds you scored.
Yes,
higher.
sir. You guessed it. The second round did better. No, I think it was only a 2-point difference for me. So the first round you guys tied, and then the second round you were up by 1 point. Sorry, Zach, I keep seeing your face, the 1 point difference. But no, I think your second round is something that that's never been done in beatbox battles, because it's not possible. You can't take somebody's round and listen to it over and over again and build a song out of somebody else's round. You can't do that usually in live battles. So that's something that's been like never done before. So you did really good in terms of like structure and like battle style. Like I had you guys tied for originality. Like you're both doing crazy sounds that nobody else can do, and there's no big thing that sticks out. Yeah, second round, man, that was sick. Can't usually do that.
Cheers, man.
Well,
yeah, that helps answering that for sure. I'll tell
gonna
you
say.
with the with that round 2 for Zeka, it was like this was like, it's funny, out of all of my rounds, that was the most set in stone round of the lot. Like if I had to predict the one that wouldn't change, it would have been that one. But there's a lot of like segments in the way that I'm composing the track that I'm able to swap out and swap in for like a versatile moment. And I kind of thought that Zeka's melodic, and I can't use my own melody because he's going to take my melody, so I'm going to take his melody. So I was prepared to remove my melody and replace it with whatever melody you had. And I was going to learn whatever melody you was going to put at me in round 1 and put it in spot for that. And so that's how it came into place there. And I was thinking from a battler's perspective about the tempo that people was going to bring. And that really helped me to be able to counter that round, because it kind of fell into how I thought it would. I had a real strong feeling you'd go at me with 90 BPM and then 120 BPM. And I thought that you'd bring that in the round 1, so I could then go into my round 2 in the same tempo. It was kind of like a lucky play for me, I guess, but it worked out quite well. And I do want to say as well, just to Zeka and judges, actually, if you're interested, but if I had the first place seeding round, I would have chose to go first in this battle, no matter what. And I was trying to figure out a way to see, because I was wondering if you wanted to as well or not. And I really wanted to go first, so I was going to try and like act up in the last live stream to make sure I could get my going first. But that's because I think that's the strategy. So people listening in, if you are wanting to enter the future of Kickback, well, that's my opinion anyway. And Beart changed my opinion on it. I found out that when he came at me with a round 1 aggression that was answering my round 1, now what? Now I have to... what do I do? Well, no, sorry. After he's done his round 2, all he's done is answer my round 1. So now what? Am I going to do my round 1 again? or do I just ignore it and score the points? So going with Zeka, it was prepared to answer everything in round 1 because Zeka's not going to do his round 1 again in round 2. So
Yeah,
so
I was
it
thinking
forces-
about saying something like, "I'm not gonna counter my counter." Like,
yeah, exactly.
Because I was
So
100% sure you were going to do the melody part. 100%. I
Ah,
knew it. I knew it's easy for you.
bro, it was so hard. Like Thumb said, you pulled it off much more consistent than me. I just had enough abilities to answer it. But like, I was gonna go first there. It's a very dominant position to be in this format, is to go first, because you set the tone, then you answer the tone, and you force person number 2 to do what you want to do at the end. And so I nearly lost against BR because I didn't match his energy. So I found a way to use my style and answer against his style, like almost like I'm not looking at you. I'm not taking what you've got for me. I'm doing my own thing. And that was like, so it was style versus style, and I felt like that was the best way to format a win there from Bart. Like, he was going hard. I didn't feel like I could match that back. He was going so hard. So I did that in round 2. How did you feel with it, Zeka? Was it really weird to face that battle energy like in my round 2?
I mean, for me, I didn't think too much of what to do answering for something. I just prepared for the show, the counters, and a little bit. I have left, like you, I think, my routines. I think of them, and then I have these parts that I can remove or change the melody or adapt to you. So that's basically what I did. Indeed, that was a round I had left that I was going to do initially against Dilip. So I didn't think at all about the strategy. I was just, okay, I'll do this, and let's try to play his game a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, your round 2 had to be in this comp, bro. It was such a sick round. But yeah, like, I found it, like, I learned something in the battle versus Bart. It feels like a really strong point to be going first, because you have the ability to do what you like with their round 1, and because
I think the same.
Yeah, because
for
I'm,
live battles, even.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Like, I was taking my time to decide who's gonna go first, me or Bart, because I was trying to figure out if he could do what he did, and he did it. So I read it wrong. I nearly went first against him on purpose, but when it was me and you in the final, I was definitely happy. Then I was worried you'd go first, but then I got to go first, and it's so weird, man. Like, people, you don't have to take that strategy on, but it works well. Yeah, and that makes close battles, right? Me and Bart was close. Me and Zeka was the closest battle. So, man, that's so crazy. I got loads of things wrote right down, questions for the judges as well, but like, so much stuff. But I do want to overview one thing to the world listening. I personally think Zeka has been slept on for a while. I think that he's, like, being underrated or overrated is quite hard, but I think he has been underrated because there was no success timestamp main moment that everybody catched on with Zeka. Well, there's the time. Now Zeka's gained some real long life fans for those amazing tracks you brought, bro. Like, you were slept on, well, not now. Now you can roll with that momentum and go for it, bro. Like, you deserve it so much. You're such an incredible artist, man. Like, seriously.
Yes, bro. Thanks.
Yeah. And one other thing I wrote down as well is that could be the last time of two things. That could be the last time you see me. I'm sure this is the last time you'll see me being the youngest in this whole thing. Like, look at everyone around me. I think I'm the youngest. That's probably about to be the last time ever, I think. Wait, Zeka, how old are you?
I made 26 yesterday.
Oh, bro, happy birthday yesterday, man. Damn. Okay, so happy birthday, I'm the youngest now, and that's the last time, so noise for me would be great, and now I'll have to be old again. It's crazy, but yeah, another thing, that could be the last time you hear this sound from me. I'm thinking about potentially retiring that sound. It's definitely one of those prepubescent sounds that you hold on to. And another sound will be the from Shogo. So if you can do that sound, guys, well, you train your vocals as much as possible and keep it on it for it as long as you can, because it's getting hard now. So I really used it in the final here. I really wanted to bring the world that sound before it becomes even harder for me. Yeah, so some sounds might disappear, the scary stuff. But yeah, and another thing, those sets that I made, mostly made just for that moment in this competition. I entered for the format, and I also entered for to show you guys some specific, like what comes to mind is like that kind of stuff. This not necessarily what I'll use in a live battle, so using it here was exciting. I was so happy to make the wild card so I could bring stuff, and that was so lit. Zeka, what sounds was you bringing here that you was most excited to bring, that's harder to take to the stage? I really want to know.
Sounds that are hard on the stage that I could bring here.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, for me, it was like little details on my textures, like the water drop on the vocal transitions that on stage you don't really hear them. And here I could focus more on that style. The whistles, of course, I think they're going to be much harder on stage. Post-snare, this kind of airy sounds.
Yeah, bro, oh my god, you were so lit. Like your second round in our final, when you go, it's like, and then, can you do that bit right now? Oh, bro, that is so good, man. Like, that is just crazy. Oh my god. But yeah, and another thing to the world, I want to show you. Well, I wanted to ask Zeka. I was asking him earlier. We always having, I mean, I don't know if you're the same, Zeka, but I have a set of flows and a set of ideas that I'm bringing, and I'm making a hierarchy in my head, and I'm picking things, and then there's always little leftover beats. So just for the world at home, my next beat, the choice that I was going to bring towards the end of one of the rounds, round one, was either, or it was going to be so that was my next one. What was yours, Zeka? I want to know.
I don't know. I have I changed my because I have like a mix of stuff that I had for my last routine, but it was too many weird ideas, really new ideas that I wanted to show, but I decided to make something more, take less risk because it was too new. But I wanted to do the guitar arpeggios. And yeah, like different flows. Like I have this one I really wanted to do. I don't know if it's shit or it's good, but for me it's like it sounds good. It's what something like you know, like this kind of snares and play more with the vocals on snare. I got like weird sounds I wanted to use, but yeah, it was too soon, I think.
That was sick. I mean, you're gonna have to use it for sure.
But I used them. Wanted to use that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think sorry, Scott, man.
No, yo, I'm taking a step back here. I'm loving just listening to you. Go ahead, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's like I'm so passionate behind this whole set of battles. So I'm just like all talk right now. It's really passionate. But yeah, I felt like those intricate, important volume snares and percussive sounds and sound effects were the most appreciated in this whole format. So I was so happy I could use, and I was so happy I could go and like bring up those other weird things. Like that was such a lit thing. So it gets to bring originality in the rawest way, which is percussion, in my opinion. So crazy.
It was a good format for experimenting.
Yeah,
I could rely on Sinjo all the time. Like when I send my audios, I was like, "What the fuck am I sending?" Like, I hope Sinjo makes this better. Yeah, but
it's the same for me, bro. At least
like
with
when
some
I
things.
heard the raw audio, I was like, "What the fuck?" I felt embarrassing for me.
I tell you what, I can relate to you for sure. Like I'm listening to some of my stuff, like before the techno beat, it was like this. Like you just couldn't hear it. And Sinjo, me and Sinjo worked hard. I worked hard with the throat. He worked hard with the production to try and get it hearable. Yeah, so massive props to Sinjo. Bro, Sinjo was such a trooper this whole time, guys. In the chat, please just absolutely pour out passion and love to Sinjo, because we're sending him our takes. And he's just doing something special to those sound effects. He definitely knows beatbox. You want a guide to mix your beatbox, bro, come on. Sinjo's bringing the levels out of these sounds, making us sound like music. So what a beast. It was an honor. Your services were cherished for sure, bro. You're such a beast.
Thank you so much. It's lovely, it was my pleasure. I felt really honored to do this with you guys. It was crazy to be behind the scenes and to see it all happen and unfold and be a part of the production. It's my biggest honor. And I hope we can do it again, man. But yeah, thank you so much for your kind words. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, you're such a beast. And another thing as well, I just want to say, there was a big chance that one of my entire rounds was going to change. In fact, it was very close to happening. And so now I will be transparent and like, I'm just going to say it out straight. Which is really interesting, exciting. So don't go anywhere, people. But I had a plan for Zeka in the round one, and it was completely different to the round. So originally, I was following you and your ideas from the whole battle, and you was ticking my box of I can do this, I can go, because I found out that your sets were 120 BPM, everything. And so I was able to think about bringing a metronome gimmick onto the video, and I was going to do a mini counter of everything up until the point. And so I was going to come at you with like and like all the rest go along the way, but it was really scary and risky, right?
Yeah, I had at same similar situation. I was planning something like really crazy for your battle. I was planning to do a if you guys have seen Naruto, many people have seen it, like the final technique is the Edo Tensei, when you like bring back to life to all the dead people. So I was planning to put in my head like this, I don't know how to say in English, you know, do like the Edo Tensei. And I was do like a medley of all the competitors, you know, death in the battle, like starting with the legend, you know, going through all of them. But yeah, it was, I think it was a good idea, but I needed so much time to develop it and do it in no so much time. So it was scary too. I didn't do it.
Yeah,
I said to
scary.
myself, don't do the...
I wouldn't
shitty stuff. That just go beatbox.
I was thinking the same way as you. Like, it's scary because you might lose a lot of points on origin. Like, I was worried that it'd be a big point loss, so couldn't do it. Good ideas though. It would have been really fun. That would have been so sick. I was thinking one thing from my perspective was as soon as the seeding rounds were announced, and I really tried to push hard for that first place. And righteously took the first place there. You stole that from my spot, and I was sad and worried because I was worried that anybody that ranked above that got to go second was going to make a round two based off of a set that I've done from previous years in beatbox. And I was worried that there would be nothing I could do about it. Like you could have done an entire psycho counter or something, and I wouldn't know how. I didn't know how the judges would have gauged with judges. I actually have we'll ask Alex in a sec, but I got a question for you guys. Was you ever thinking about, was you ever preparing what you was considering very good tactics or bad tactics before it happened? For example, if somebody was going to bring a routine or an idea from the history of from their opponent, was you thinking that might have been a bad move, or was you not thinking about that kind of thing?
Go and let Napalm answer that first. Or maybe we'll get Tom because he's eating. We'll go to Tom first there. So give you the opportunity.
I don't think it would have been a bad or a good thing. I think it would have just been an interesting tactic to try. However, you would have to be like 100% certain that all of the judges were across all of the other people's material, and that would be like probably one of the places that would fall down. But yeah, man, I think just everything's out on the table. Like the great thing with this format is that you can try just weird things and like you can experiment with your tactics. So I'm indifferent to that, man. I might not have recognized some of the material. So that might be the only way that you would fall down with that idea, I guess.
Okay, that's interesting.
And I want to go next to Napalm now that he's done eating.
No, that's a really good question, actually, because whenever like this battle first started happening, I was just talking to one of my live streams, like, man, respect the D-Lo because everybody knows his routines right now. Like, he could easily be countered. People could easily just do one of his routines. And I feel the same way sometimes in battles that I join. It's like, in the first round, they drop roll like this, and then I'm just sitting there like, all right, whatever. But then the judges fucking love it. Like, everybody's like, oh, you got him. So it's one of those situations where I think it can be cool if it's done like super, super sick. But at the same time, I think it's more like oh, that's cute. Like, he's doing a routine that everybody knows that clearly, like, you can't do anything about. Yeah, I think it depends how new the beat is too. Like Zeka doing your, like, that's a little bit newer and it's like more of a fresher thing. So I don't look at that as like, oh, he's just doing one of his routines because it's like well known. But if it was like you mentioned, like Psycho or something like that, like something that is really popular that people could watch back, I think that's not necessarily a good thing. It seems like cute's not the right word, but like it seems like, oh, he can do it, nice, he studied the video, you know, push it harder than that.
Appreciate the response, man.
And since Alex was away when you asked the question, you want to go and repeat the question for Alex now?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Alex, I was asking the other guys if I was worried that somebody going against me going second, like Zeka, he could do a old routine from me and score loads of points, and I have nothing to do about that. And I wanted to ask, was you ready? Was you thinking about this as a judge on the way through, or not?
I guess it depends how it's done, but I think it's a pity to do something that has been done long before. We judge the battle, like the battle that happens at the moment, not rounds that happened some days ago or some hours ago. So yeah, I guess it depends how it's done, but yeah, I wouldn't give a lot of points for it, I guess. Yeah, that's my point of view.
Cheers for answering that, man.
I was gonna actually ask you guys both, D-Lo and Zeka. I wanted to go and ask Zeka first because I saw this question pop up in the chat, and it's a good question. Zeka, did you find from this battle, is there stuff that you're going to carry into battles in the future, into live battles in the future, the stuff that you learned from the SBX Kickback battle that you're going to go and carry onto the stage?
Yeah, probably a lot of it. I should start from zero. No, I'm gonna try to refresh myself totally because I feel like for people, I was over repeating some technique or stuff. Yeah, I think I have to recycle myself and not so much the stuff that I'm having. But yeah, GB Beats is near, and I will have to reuse a lot of stuff. I know, because I won't have time for. It was basically some of my saved stuff for the last year, so I really wanted to release that, forget it, and if I can, my plan is to change it, adapt it, and make it better. But yeah, keep trying to get it more under control, and I think I need to level it up a lot more to put it into the thing in life. But yeah, I will reuse what I learned, what I use here, and we always recycle.
Fair enough. And D-Lo, same question. Is there stuff you're going to carry on to live battles that you can take away from this battle that you learned?
Yeah, respect to what you said, Zeka, man. Yeah, for me, it was like, it's a little bit different in terms of things I learned. It's mostly going to come down to a tiny little bit of breath control that I've learned around a few of the sounds, juggling that perfect clarity. Because to be honest, as Zeka might agree with me. I mean, we make mistakes in the takes and then you restart every time and it's annoying and stressful, but when I'm beatboxing my stuff, I'm 90% as good as I should be until I make a real mistake. So I think in the live battle again, we'll be back to being able to go all the way through live first time. I'm just going to focus on my breath a bit more. As for the beats, probably not. I mean, the reason I went for this competition is because I have a time and a place for my ideas. Already for if there is even a future that I battle live on the stage, while there is actually things prepared for that, I'm able to harness and save some ideas that I'm really excited to release that will work live and not in this format. But this one is more like I've battled or beatboxed across the online platform for years, like maybe 8 years worth of material or 6 years worth of material. So this was the place for that. You won't see much of what I did now ever again. Maybe one or two things that turn out to be better than I thought. For example, because this one's so old, I was never gonna ever use this one. I think I made it in 2013. Shout out to Frosty. I think me and him was messing around back then. And it just comes back from 2013. I'm like, oh, I'll pick this random one, do it. People liked it. Yeah, I can't believe it. Really, it's a funny one.
Yeah, man, that's you guys have again shown improved throughout this entire time to get to the finals from elimination rounds, just crushing it the entire time. And I'm excited to go and see live versions of these things on stage. But I wanted to go and put the conversation going forward a little bit because I know that we still have a bunch of people that are waiting in the chat, and I want to give the opportunity over to Poponi to talk about the kickback giveaway. We can go back to the discussion in a second, but I just see that people are still in the chat and it's been asking. So Pony, could you go and break down a little bit about the SBX kickback giveaway and announce a winner?
Yeah, I thought actually we gonna announce the winner at the very end, but I understand everybody is just like really impatient and wants to know what's going on. First of all, I want to say thank you. I saw some memberships coming in. I really appreciate you guys. I will beatbox for you next time. I don't have the best setup here where I am back at home. I need Sinjo, who made me sound so beautiful last time, to help me up with this. I actually enjoyed listening to myself, but yeah, thank you guys. And I want to say as well that, congratulations to Dilo and Zeka. So Dilo wins $2,000 in the PlayStation 5 and Zeka wins $1,000 in an Oculus Quest 2. We're going to reach out to you guys about this this week. Just give us a little bit of time, but we're going to stay in touch and figure it out. And for all the fans, I want to say, first of all, this is the whole idea with the SBX Kickback Battle. We try to bring in some light into this pandemic. We don't have any events right now that are going on. We're looking for a way to bring people again somehow together. And here in Europe and in North America, it's winter time. We felt like everybody has to stay at home. Let's try and do something to, bring in some happiness. And we did this whole wildcard contest in December, and now we're at the end of March, and this whole thing comes to an end. And I believe it makes sense, even though summertime is coming, that we're running another Kickback edition. And that's also because the artists were so great to work with us. We learned a lot, and we obviously want to get better, but we also really would like to create more opportunities for everyone. So we are hoping that our prizes are satisfying for the artists, because you had to spend so much time with us, and we hope for more artists to come and work with us in the future on this, because I believe there is something to learn for everyone, and it also helps us to develop a relationship with everyone, and we are a family and we're having a good time together, which is something I value a lot. But most of it also goes back to you, the fans. We received thousands of comments from you, the fans. And it was just really, really beautiful to see how much positivity was actually able to be shared. I really, really value that so much. So thank you for this. And yeah, so it's come to the winners. We made a random choice. Important for me is, when we do this right now, if your name comes out and you have won, please say your name in the chat that it's you that is the winner, and give us your Instagram handle or send us an email to Swissbeatbox. We're gonna share this information. But yeah, so the Oculus Quest 2 first, I would say. We're gonna announce that. And I would say, Scott Jackson, maybe give me a little drum roll.
And the winner is Paponi.
And the winner is, for the Oculus Quest 2, Looney Fallow. And I hope I pronounced that right. Looney Fallow, if you are here, you win the Oculus Quest 2. I pronounced this Luny, new word, Fallo. Looney Fallow. If you're in the chat, you are a lucky winner of an Oculus Quest 2. Please, if you are hearing us, let us know about your Instagram ID. We will reach out with our Swissbeatbox account, or simply send an email to us. You can find the email if we are not able to let us know about your Instagram right now. Looney Fella.
Could you go and spell that one more time though for the Oculus? Who was the winner? You said Looney Fallow. So how do you spell that one more time so the person can go respond and
Luny, new word, Fallo.
Looney Fallow. You are the winner, Oculus, right there. Hopefully that you're in the chat still, because that's one thing that you need to be able to be responding to go and actually win this prize, as we said throughout this entire competition. So claim your prize. Let's go and see if he's in there. We'll wait for a second to go and make sure that happens. So Looney Fallow, congratulations, winning Oculus. And we'll wait a second as that happens. But now it's time for a secondary prize also. Paponi, talk about the second prize, brother.
Yeah, the second prize, the PlayStation 5. Also, once again, everybody out there in the comment section, thank you so much. We will try to do more things like this. It's important for me that all the love that you give, I want to give some love back. So thank you, everybody. Keep it up. Always stay positive and respectful, also for the future. It's really, really important and beautiful to see what you are all doing. And the winner then for the PlayStation 5, Scott Jackson, little drum roll again, please.
And the winner of the PlayStation 5 here from the SBX Kickback Battle giveaway, Paponi.
The username is called Jax Lobos. And I'm repeating this. This is Jax Lobos, Jax, new word, Lobos. If you are here, happy that you are the winner of the new PlayStation 5, and we will reach out to you as well. You can play with some with Dilo if you want.
Yeah, you can play with Dilo as he won one as well. I just saw too. Someone said that Looney Fallow was in the chat, so he was here. He congratulations, he's in the chat and he got himself an Oculus. And now we're gonna go and see if we can go and find out.
Looney Fallow answered. I saw that he answered, so
I
that's already sorted.
I seen Jax in the comments.
Jax Lobos, you've also won yourself a PlayStation 5, brother. Yeah.
Trust me, I'm not a gamer, but I'm jealous, man. Enjoy. And thank you for all the great comments, guys. Please just keep that going. This is something that helps the artist, We want to see positivity. Obviously, constructive feedback is something that is really important for everyone. We're all here to learn, but we all can grow better and faster if we are kind to each other. And it costs nothing to be kind, So please keep these vibes up, guys. And let's see what we can come up with in the next kickback competition, which I believe starts very, very soon again. And just before I pass the word on again, I want to say also this week we're going to announce the Grand Beatbox Battle Wildcard Contest. So for all the beatboxers out there that are motivated, there's a lot of wildcards coming at you, where you can just simply showcase your videos. And I know there's not a lot of events, but we're trying to put things together. GBB is going to happen. So practice on that and just be ready for the next kickback that we're trying to run over the summertime here in Europe. All right, guys, thank you so much, and congratulations for the Oculus Quest 2 and the PlayStation 5.
Once again, Paponi, the SBX Kickback giveaway, huge success. Congratulations to both the winners. And you heard it here. Another kickback's coming. Grand Beatbox Battle wildcards coming. Let's go. Yeah, I wanted to go and bring it back open to any other questions. I'm going to go through the judges, give a last comment. And I wanted to, before that though, real quick too, Sinjo, man, D-Lo hit it nail on the head, man. You've put in so much work and your expertise just showcased from the tune you made to all the work that you've done, man. It's super, super crazy. I just wanted to go and ask, overall, as the sound engineer at SBX, how was this battle for you to just work on overall? I know you put in so many hours. You had calls where you've talking to me and you look like you haven't slept for days working on this. So overall experience from your end.
It was a great experience. It was great to get to work with the artist one-on-one. That's something I don't really get to do much. I don't get to spend the time working with these guys for long periods. I actually found out a lot of things about how people view me because of the chances I've had to work with these guys in the past has been maybe GBB soundcheck. And at GBB soundcheck, I'm doing 20-hour days of sound. And I get you in and I throw you out really quick. And I realize that sometimes people had like different impressions of me just because that's been their professional moment with me, has been just that 3 minutes of get on stage, do your stuff, get out. And I'm in high stress environment. So it was really nice getting to know the artists more on a personal level in this environment and actually working with them and guiding the sound side with them and seeing what knowledge they have and what they're missing. And yeah, it was a really great experience to get that side of it. I mean, most of these guys I know we've chilled for hours together behind the scenes, but it's different when you're in the working environment, working with the audio and working with the artists. It's definitely, in terms of hours, it's way more than GBB, you know, in the beginning, just because of just all the one-on-one sessions and then the mastering. But as the battle went on, it became easier and easier. Also less artists in there, but also the artists got more comfortable with the equipment and with recording throughout the process. So now I can just kind of rely on them to record it. I don't have to set up a call for everything. So it was really great getting to work with everyone. And I really want to say a big thank you to all the artists for being so patient with me, because I know sometimes we weren't able to make calls in time and stuff just because, you know, I'm dealing with 8 different people all around the world spread out in different time zones. It was really crazy. So I really want to say big thanks for being so patient with me in this whole process and sticking with us on the way, guys. I really appreciate it. It's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you.
Sinjo. Legendary. And before we go to our judges, you said sticking with it. Just real quick, any last comments from Stick Tom? I know you can just go and add in there. Any last comments?
What are you talking about, mate? This is Sinjo's time. Leave him fucking be. Bloody hell. Always taking the frame off him. Bloody Tom, mate. I mean me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Get out of here, Tom.
All right. Thank you very much, Stick Tom.
Just
Stick Tom,
one
Prime
thing.
Minister.
Scott, just if I'm allowed to just say one thing.
Of course, your channel.
Just 1 minute. This upcoming Friday in the late afternoon, me and Stick Tom are going to do a live stream where we're just gonna reflect very smoothly about the SBX Kickback Battle and have a little chat about the Grand Beatbox Battle 2021. Nothing major, just sharing a little bit of information. So if you're curious about what's going on, tune in at 4:30 p.m. and we will talk about Kickback Battle, how it was for us, what our intentions and goals are, and when the next one's coming. And with GBB 2021 and a little bit of the history, how GBB is looking and what we're trying to do and what we're into. So tune in for Stick Tom and Peponi this Friday afternoon. Thank you, guys.
Let's go. We're gonna go to our judges real quick. Tom, last impressions, last thoughts of the battle, and how much do you love that Stick Tom is now going to be a major part of the beatbox scene and have live streams with Peponi?
Oh man, Stick Tom is more popular than normal Tom. Yeah, it was such an incredible thing to be a part of, and thank you for everyone for, you know, like, especially like all the organizational stuff behind the scenes. You guys really killed it, man. Like everybody that was there in the chats, like making sure that the time zones were correct. Like just everything was really great. And thank you to you guys for like just bringing a little bit of that live element back, you know, like while everyone's kind of locked down, like creating a level playing field for everybody that's entering. So thank you guys. And yeah, looking forward to the next one.
Absolutely. Tom Thumb. The man, the myth, the legend, right there. Go over to Alexinho. Alex, last impressions, last thoughts of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Swissbeatbox. Thank you so much, everyone, the whole team, for organizing this awesome event, for the great work, for the big and great work, for making it happen so great. Thank you for the characters behind the stream, the camera, like Hideful, Juliana, Lucas, etc. Everyone. Yeah. That was a very good experience. Thank you for having me. Thank you for my bros, the judges, for the good stuff. And yeah, it gives me a lot of motivation. Maybe see you at the next Kickback Battle. Who knows? Or another event. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for this, and hope to see you all soon in real life to party and to hang out. And I miss you all. And yeah, love you.
Alexinho possibly alluding to maybe be throwing his hat in the ring when it comes to another Kickback Battle. Excited about that. And also much love to you, brother. We can't wait to go and see you. Finishing off with the judges. Neil, Napalm, last thoughts, last impressions, and overall anything you want to go and say before we jump out of here.
Yeah, same thing. You know, shout out to the whole production team. Love all you guys. Known you guys for a long time, but the chat needs to know that there's a lot of work that gets put into to make events like this happen. So, you know, you got to appreciate the process. So definitely make some noise for that. Also, if you guys like the beatboxers that you're listening to, like Zeka, D-Lo, and everybody else, go follow them. Go support them. Go support their music. The battle scene is great, but we are musicians trying to make a living off of this shit. So go follow the musicians and see what we're up to. You know, listen to our music, watch our videos. This is especially the battlers. If you like it, if you guys are in the chat like, oh, I think this guy won, oh, that, just go follow him and support him for the rest of your life. And that's it.
Wow. Let's go. Getting that powerful message. Last but not least, thank you to all the judges, man. You guys had such hard decisions to go and make. You guys were bringing the utmost of doing it properly, being correct with your judgments, and you can see all of it right there, making the tough decisions, being separated by 1 point, being separated here and there, and going out and learn this new judging system. So congratulations and thank you to all our judges. 100%, you guys had a tough job. Thank you for being professionals. Yes, sir.
If I could also just jump in there just before you close it all down.
Always.
Thank you, mate. I just wanted to say one person we forgot to mention, besides obviously Luca helping behind the scenes. Luca did a great job with the camera work, setting up the cameras with the guys and the lighting. But we have a hidden gem that we've found. His name is Adria, and he's been doing all of the color grading for the videos. And I just want to say a big shout out to him for his incredible work, because it took everything to the next level. So big shout out to Adria. We're going to be working with him in the future on some other projects. So super happy to have him on board for now. It's such a pleasure. True professional. So big ups for that. Thanks, Scotty. Sorry for taking away time. Oh, and one last thing, Tom. Apparently, according to the chat, you need to get a stick Sinjo. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I want to go out on a dinner with Stick Tom and Stick Sinjo. Yeah.
I can't wait for that. The Stick Tom and Stick Sinjo podcast. Let's go. Oh man. Last but not least, with the voice break there, I'm going to go and head over to Zeka. Lasting thoughts, impressions, things that you want to go and say before we jump out of here, brother. And if you unmute yourself, we could. Oh, yeah. Tom reacting to the muted.
Am I muted now?
No, sir. Go ahead.
No, just what I said previously. Amazing journey. This was really, really intense. As Dilo said, really weird. Such a long time event. I will thanks again to all the judges for his hard job, all the team, everyone who was involved. And I will make a little bit of promotion to end up this. I'm working on the Beatbox Academy. Swissbeatbox helped us with the little video a few months ago. It's basically a beatbox lesson online in Spanish and English. We have crazy teacher. We have Adele, Carlos, River, me. We are teaching each one, like giving classes for groups and for individuals, and each one has his subject for the group classes. So I think it's a really, really interesting thing. If there's some people maybe interested in having lessons with me or some of the other guys, just check it out, the Beatbox Academy.
100%. Check out the Beatbox Academy. Get yourself some lessons from a champion right there and multiple champions. But go ahead, and as Napon said, you got to support these guys. Last but not least, going to D-Lo. Congratulations once again, taking home a huge W and just crushing it, man. Absolutely crushing it every single time. Lasting thoughts, impressions, things that you want to say before we jump out of here, brother.
Hey, thanks so much, man. Wow, am I on mute?
No.
Okay,
you
we
got
good.
this.
Hey, yeah, cheers, man. Everybody give some love for the time and effort for Scott Jackson as well, guys. Come on, this guy's gone absolutely in on the hostings. Like, that's a lot of words. So big up to Scott. Big up. GG to Scott in the chat. That is big job, man. Like, we all appreciate your work for that. Yeah, I'll just offload these things really fast. Firstly, judges, the judges sets. Oh my goodness, guys. Really? You're really that much better than before. Come on, guys. You have all leveled up your stuff. I love to hear that. You guys were amazing. Really, I loved those performances you did. Like, I loved it. Loved it so much. Next thing I wanted to say was, Zeka, I might have to buy an Oculus, bro, so we can have an Oculus sesh. That would be cool, because that is
Rocket
sick.
League.
Yeah. Don't know about that game in VR, but
Getting
yeah.
more DC than ever.
Might have to buy one.
Yeah. I'm so
just...
into that.
Yeah. I have a question for Scott Jackson, Sinjo, and Pep. Just a fun, quick one. You guys watched the whole journey. What was your favorite standout round? Is there any that you had?
To give myself more time to answer this, I'm going to go and hand this over to the guy who looks most stressed by it, Sinjo. If you'd have
Oh
answers
yeah, great.
right off the
Thanks,
top.
mate.
Oh, you're welcome,
Thanks.
brother.
Not like I
think of
I needed you to stall for me so I could think properly, but yeah.
That's why I'm throwing the hot potato to yourself.
Big ups. Maybe I'll just let Stick Thompson decide for me, mate. Bloody hell. I think they're all pretty good now. I think I hurt Tom's soul with that one. That's such a hard question. I had one that was stuck in my head. The problem is that every time the next battle comes along, my brain is wiped of what's happened beforehand because I'm so focused on the audio of the current battle. Damn. I can't think of a specific round. I just can remember the two routines being stuck in my head repeatedly, and there were one from D-Lo and one from Seka. So it's, and I mean this seriously, since the seeding round, I think it was one of the seeding rounds that was those two were stuck out the most for me. Those Seka and D-Lo, it just blew me away. Everyone was incredible, of course, but I was walking around town with those songs stuck in my head. And if that happens, you know there's something special going on, you know? So yeah, that's my answer.
Completely agree. I just thought everybody in this world is going to be hit with something really crazy when the kickback seeding round started, and it was D-Lo and then Zeka that came out with it. It was amazing. It really blew my mind. I mean, whatever happened after it was just crazy. I enjoyed everyone. Like this beginning, that emotion that was created, that kind of like then went through the entire competition. And I'm sad it's over, but thank you for that experience, and I hope the whole world was able to feel good and that everybody had a smile on their face because of you guys. So big ups to you.
Olsen Paponi. A lot of crazy rounds, and off the top of my head, I think that Villain had a round against Dudes, and it was such a dope style clash, and I just loved the way that he brought something that I've never heard from him. And I know that he was obviously at the top of the game, and he's really just a killer. But I loved having that. I'm a guy who likes some we get some drama, go back and forth, and Villain played the game. And anybody that ever thinks that Villain's was serious about that, it's the wrestling stuff, like, I'm gonna get you, brother, we're coming here for you, all that stuff, right? You gotta get a macho man it up a little bit. But I remember one of his rounds though stuck out to me as just super like I'm trying to think which one it was, if it was first or second round, but one of those rounds, I'll watch it back and type it out afterwards. But one of those rounds really stuck out to me as just following up with what he said in the chat when we had a talk with him and delivering. So I was really impressed by that. And I'm impressed, like everyone, you could say impressed by everybody, 100% true. But that was just one that right now just gets in my head. So
hey,
now that you mentioned that, actually, Duds had something that was probably the most infectious in terms of a musical song cycle. I can't remember which round. It's too many. Yeah, I think it was the whistle one. I think that's it. Man, I was walking around whistling that melody for days. Yeah, that was definitely a big standout moment. Big ups.
Yeah, that was one of mine. That was one of mine as well. And also same with Villains one. Scott, does it happen to be Walk Up in the...
Yes. Yeah, man. That's the one that was banging. That's a...
Oh my God. I did a reaction to that on my channel and I just lose in my brain.
I saw that reaction. I watched it. You lost your mind on that one.
Yeah, think about that. Walk up in the... Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God. Yeah, that was right up there for me. That thing was crazy.
Yeah.
This one has to be in the top 10 drops for sure.
That's my next question. Do we expect compilation videos from the artists to come out?
What do you expect, man? Come on. What do you take us for?
Oh, man. Oh, imagine them. That's going to be insane. I had a fast piece of advice I wanted to give to the people that want to enter the next kickbacks. Be prepared for hours of recordings and going over your idea and switching things up. And when I say hours, guys, I'm serious. We mean hours. You're going to spend that whole allocated day trying to get your set the way you want.
It's not that much, bro.
Couldn't hear more sarcasm. Right. That was, it was so hard. And my other advice there is, it's very possible to find a good blend of hitting the scorecards and bringing your creativity and music that the world wants to hear. So look for that blend, guys. It's a fun blend to try and hit. I also noticed another thing, right? But I just need confirmation. Did B-Art come third in the wild cards? Does anybody know that? So I just want to give a shout out to Zeka and Bart along with myself, because on a technical level, if I beat Bart in the final, making him potentially third place, well, we got the first, second, and third all the way through in all stages of the competition. So especially to Bart and Zeka, like that's the thing I clocked along the way. I was thinking, wow, my God, these guys are beasts. I got my work cut out for me so hard with these guys. Oh my word.
Consistency in the top 3. That's good.
Yeah, and another thing that might be looking back at it, that might be my hardest win ever that I had to get. There was a UK champs one year that was really hard, but this one was so hard. So just on reflection, I think that might have been my hardest win. Really was so tricky. And finally, sign me up as a judge and not a fucking participant next time. I can almost declare that I will not be in the next kickback. Have fun, other people.
Not as a...
Wow! Wait. You've got to come back for the legends, mate. When we get all of the 8 winners.
That's fine. That'll be in a few years. I'm chilling.
Some very big leak that happened there. If you guys can pay anybody in the chat, so you just might have heard something that might have been leaked out there with ideas.
Last question from me though to Dilo and Zeka. Would you recommend to other beatboxers to go through this journey of the SBX Kickback Battle? Do you think it's a good thing to do? Maybe you can say quickly yes and why you would recommend it to others.
Let's start with Zeka on that one.
Or a no, if that's also your preference.
Exactly.
I wouldn't recommend. No, I'm joking. It was so hard. If you, as Dan said, like if you're willing to get into this, get prepared, because it's not gonna be easy at all. It's so stressing. But it's really good to try a really different concept. So I think it can help you a lot to develop and know yourself and your style a bit more.
And Dilo?
Thank you.
Blessing and a curse comes to mind, right? You get all the takes you want to make your best take. So if you've got sets you want to bring and you want to show all of those details, people watching, do it 100%. Bring that top quality take that you have of your set, and the world gets to appreciate it. There's nothing better than when you land a real good or a real good and and you get to show those special clean moments. So bring it, have fun with it. But yeah, be prepared. It's hard work, but it will level you up. I want to shout out Epos. He won the BBXR division. It's a battle I ran, and they had to battle one person in the division every week. And he told me, he prepared me for how hard this would be, similar format. And he said he made a ton of new beats, and I really did. I really did level up. You didn't really hear many of the new beats I made, but they are recorded on this somewhere, and they're new beats that you get to hear in the future. So you will make a lot of new stuff. Please go and enter this one next time. Couldn't recommend it more. Yeah.
100% right there. Recommendation from the champ. 1 and 2 both telling you that if you're going to get in this game, you better come correct. You better come with some fresh beats. You better come with the energy and have that longevity to go and get all the way to the finals. Also, I think that might be the first time I just heard Dilo. That might be the first time in history you said, what did you say there for a second? Your description of using those two sounds in conjunction with each other, of saying it sounds like a and it sounds like a, I don't know. It just made me laugh. Anyways, last thing there. Pony, I wanted to go and say one. Can you put out a last word? I want you to go and thank the people involved. I wanted you to just go and give a rundown of the sponsors who made this possible, because without them, we wouldn't have had this opportunity to go and make this properly done. So I want you to just run down the sponsors one more time and thank the team, because the team's here.
Well, thank you, DPA Microphones, for supporting the beatbox scene now for a few years. We really appreciate it. I hope everyone in the world had a lot of joy listening to the beatboxing that went through this mic. Thank you, Sinjo, for helping out with the mixing and mastering here. Thank you so much, Richings Media, for reaching out to us and like, hey, let's do something. It's amazing that you're jumping on board with us, and I hope that you're proud with your help and support what you did. I want to say thank you to Voloco. It's a nice match with the beatboxing scene. I look forward to work with you guys in the future. I'm feeling very honored working with you. I want to say thanks to Boss and Roland. You guys are amazing. It's been a few years now that we've been working as well, and I really appreciate every single project we are working on together. It's just always a great experience. Thank you, guys. I want to say thank you to Vmoda, who sent out the headphones as well. I appreciate that. The entire SBX team, I know Sinjo and Luca and Adria, they worked so hard with the artists and the entire editing. There was not much sleep going on. I hope for our process in the future, we can, get it somehow to a point that it is just more efficient. Thank you to the entire social media team of SBX for the distributions of all the assets. Obviously, Trung Bao, your design that you created is absolutely mind-blowing. I love this green, and it looks just super professional. You did so many assets. And I hope that, the world actually enjoys what we're throwing out on our social media platforms. Last but not least, want to thank the judges. This is like something that is maybe the most underrated. Thank you to the team that came together to develop the system. Big ups to Sinjo for taking responsibility here, trying to take a lead and bring it on. Thank you, Tom, from Down Under, doing those late hours always. I appreciate that, man. I know you don't have to do this, so we owe you some drinks, man. Next time we meet you, you go to bed and we stay up late for sure, man. That's what we're gonna do. You catch up on some sleep, and we do exactly what you have to do. So thank you so much. Thank you, Alexinho. You are always coming out, helping when there is a chance to help, and you just jump into that. And Napalm as well. You guys just said like, yeah, I can judge, I can do whatever you want. This is super nice, and I know there's so much crazy work behind all of this, man. So, dudes, you guys are crazy, man. I wish you all the best, and keep the judge vibes up, man. And whatever you guys do, I wish you all the best. Maximum respect to everyone that did a wild card. It was obviously really hard. We had more than 280 wild cards coming in, only 8 made it. This was not an easy job to do, but stay focused, all of you, for the future. I'm pretty sure there will be more wildcard competitions coming this week. GPP is coming. There will be more kickback. So stay tuned for all of this. Don't lose your passion. And yeah, let's see where you guys can go. And I want to say thank you to the participants, that were just with us, the top 8. Thank you for bearing with us. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you to Scott Jackson for being a host. always, wherever we are, whatever we do, Scott Jackson is here to lead us through everything. So much love to you. And then thanks to Hideful in the live stream, man, the head of a live stream. This is a really tough job. You gotta be very professional for this. So I appreciate you all. So hope I didn't forget everyone. Shout out to the ladies in our team, Rachel and Juliana. You are also incredible workforce. I value and respect you guys so much. So thank you for everything. Peace.
My friend, your friend, everybody's friend, Paponi, with some kind words right there. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Results are in. D-Lo is your champion. Zeka coming second. Crazy battles throughout. As you said, went from 280 wildcards approximately down to a top 8 list. Very hard for decisions to be made. We had a top-class judging system, top-class judges all around. Alexinho, Napalm, Big Tom Thumb. We had Sinjo on the sound. We had Paponi behind the scenes. And we had the last 2 competitors. Once again, congratulations to Zeka. Congratulations, D-Lo, as your champion. Thank you for everybody involved from the sponsors. And ladies and gentlemen, that being said,
Mike, don't forget about me. What are you talking about? Jesus.
I was going to build up to that. They got to build up for the biggest one. Newly named member of SBX, Stick Tom, everybody.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. I thought you forgot about me there. Sorry
I would
about
never
that.
forget about Stick Tom.
Oh, cheers, mate. I love you too.
That is a burned image in my head.
I'm glad, mate. You burned an image later tonight as well. Get what I'm saying?
Hey-o.
Cheers, mate.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, once again.
I forgot Freddie Beats. Much love to the guy as well, man.
And there's going to be some new late night shows coming out. New late night
Much
shows.
love to Freddie Beats, man.
Absolutely. Everybody, much love. You guys are tuned in. Thank you. Congratulations to our kickback giveaway winners. Enjoy the PS5 and Oculus. Congratulations to Zeka winning $1,000 in an Oculus. Congratulations to D-Lo taking the championship home to the UK, as well as a PS5 and $2,000. Big ups to everybody. Keep tuned. SBX on the front lines of beating beatbox to the world, bringing it at the highest quality level, and we're gonna have nothing but great content, battles, SBX Kickback. Let's get this going, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your beatbox shorts, sword sharp, and call your friends, family, tell them you love them. Make sure you help people out. Be a good person. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. SBX Kickback Battle 2021. And that's time. See you next time.